If you've been dedicated to our listening infant stage, you've been patient, you've been silent. Now, what if I told you that the time for silence is almost over, and that the urge to speak won't be a conscious decision, but an overwhelming physical need?
It's a moment we call the tipping point. It's the neurological equivalent of a dam breaking. Your brain, full of absorbed language, finally says, I must talk. But how do you recognize this moment? And how do you transition from the A1 listening infant to the A2 toddler talker without falling back into old habits?
Today on Listen First English, we're giving you the blueprint for this crucial transition. We'll show you the 3 signs that your brain is ready to speak and the simple 2-word sentences that will launch your fluency. Stay with us.
Welcome back. I'm Ben, and this is Ava.
Ben, this is the episode our listeners have been waiting for. They've done the hard work of listening. Now they want to know when they can finally use their voice.
And the key insight, Ava, is that this isn't about scheduling speaking practice. It's about recognizing when the language simply erupts.
Let's bust a myth right away. Most adults think fluency starts when they consciously decide, okay, today I start speaking. They try to construct a complicated sentence. It fails, they get frustrated, and they quit.
That's the translation trap again. You're forcing the effortful system. Think back to a toddler. They don't wake up one day and say, I think I will now attempt the present perfect tense. They just start making noise that achieves an immediate goal.
The tipping point is the neurological moment where the language bank we built in A1 is so full that the language needs an outlet. It becomes an emotional urge tied to a direct need.
The first words out of a toddler's mouth are never abstract or complicated. They're always about needs. More, mine, up. They are practical, one-word, high-value commands. That is exactly where our A2 toddler talker stage begins.
This is where the adult advantage comes in. A toddler has to discover these needs. We can recognize this stage and embrace the simplicity.
How do you, the dedicated listener, know you've hit the tipping point? We have 3 clear neurological signs you need to look for.
Sign number 1, the instinctive interjection. You're listening to a story, and something surprises or pleases you. Without thinking, you blurt out a simple English sound or word. Wow, or no, or good. That unprompted, instinctive reaction is your language system demanding an outlet. That is your brain saying, I'm ready.
Sign number 2, the inner narrator switches languages. You find yourself thinking about your day, perhaps while doing the dishes, and a simple internal monologue pops up in English. Not a full sentence, maybe just, too tired, or I need coffee. It's effortless. That means the English to concept link has successfully replaced the English to native translation link.
Sign number 3, the rhythmic replication urge. You hear a high-frequency phrase in your listening content, maybe, thank you very much, or, I don't know. You feel a powerful physical urge to repeat it out loud, not to memorize it, but just because it feels good to say it. It's like humming along to a song you love. Your brain is practicing its motor skills.
When all 3 of these things start happening, you are officially in the A2 stage. Do not feel the need to construct a sentence about politics. Your mission is to focus on high-frequency, practical 1- and 2-word combinations.
Let's talk about the launch. The first phase of the A2 stage is all about 2-word combinations. These are the most powerful tools a toddler uses, and they are the launch pad for your fluency.
We're moving from the purely receptive A1 stage to the productive A2 stage. Focus on combinations of a simple verb and a simple noun, or a simple adjective and a simple noun.
Examples: more water, my turn, want food, go now. These are high-impact, low-effort sentences. They immediately achieve a goal. And because you've heard these simple words so many times in the A1 stage, they will feel natural on your tongue.
The key is to speak to achieve a goal. Don't just practice for practice's sake. If you are alone, tell yourself, go up as you climb stairs. Too hot as you open a window. Use the language to interact with your real world, exactly like a toddler does.
And here is a secret for this stage. When you use these two-word combinations, don't worry about grammar. Toddlers don't worry about conjugating verbs. They worry about getting what they want. Focus on being understood. Fluency over accuracy, always. The grammar will organize itself later, just like it did when you learned your mother tongue.
There is a danger zone at this tipping point, Ava. The temptation is to skip the two-word phase and try to construct full B1 sentences.
This is the adult ego taking over. You think, I'm smarter than this, I can say a full sentence. You try it, you fail, you feel shame. You activate the affective filter and you shut down. Don't do it. Embrace the power of simplicity.
Stay in the A2 stage, focusing on those simple commands and descriptions until those two-word phrases feel effortless. Once you can combine 3 or 4 words without conscious effort, e.g., I want more water, you are naturally progressing to the B1 curious communicator stage.
That 3-word stage is where the real complexity begins, where you move from simple needs to expressing opinions and asking questions. But you can't get there without mastering the more water stage first.
Today, we define the tipping point, the moment your brain, full of absorbed language, demands to speak. It starts with instinctive reactions, internal monologues, and a physical urge to repeat. Embrace the A2 toddler talker stage by focusing on simple, high-impact two-word combinations. Speak to achieve a goal. Don't worry about grammar. Next time on Listen First English, we're ready for the big leap. We'll cover the B1 stage, the grand design, why foundations lead to true fluency. We'll show you how to move from simple needs to expressing your opinions and engaging in real conversations.
Subscribe to Listen First English and let the language flow. We'll see you next time.